Hey everyone, this is Mike from Real Dead, and I've got a movie for you here. It's the spooky season, Halloween season's coming up in the next couple of weeks. This movie takes place at Halloween, and the name of it is Cobweb. Yes, Cobweb. We're going to jump straight into this and show you a little bit of the Rotten Tomatoes score, and then give you the synopsis. We're going to give you the synopsis first from Rotten Tomatoes, and then give my opinion on it. This is going to be a non-spoiler at the beginning and then a spoiler at the end. This is one I feel like you definitely need to check out. I don't want to spill too much here, but let's dive into it. So 8-year-old Peter is plagued by mysterious constant tap from inside his bedroom wall, a tapping that his parents insist is all in his imagination. As Peter's fear intensifies, he believes that his parents, Lizzie Kaplan and Anthony Starr, could be hiding a terrible, dangerous secret and questions their trust. And for a child, that could be more frightening. I mean, what could be more frightening than that? So it is rated R. It's horror mystery thriller. I think this is more like a psychological thriller as well. The director is Samuel Bowden, and the writer was Chris Thomas Devlin. And let's go up here and look at the score on this. It got a 59 from the critics, which is just one away from getting the popcorn looking thing on it, and then a 71 from the audience. So pretty good score overall. All right, so let's talk about the movie a little bit. As it mentioned in the synopsis, I will say this up front. I thought the acting was great. The small kid in this movie did a good job. Just mentioned his name just a second ago, or actually, let me tell you his name. I don't think I did mention that. And all their names are well worth it. Lizzie Kaplan is the mother. Woody Norman plays Peter in it. Cleopatra Coleman plays Miss Devine, the school teacher. Anthony Starr plays the father. And then Ellen Dubin is the voice that the little boy's hearing. So this movie, I was blown away with it, to be honest with you. I saw the previews, and our channel actually did the previews on this, the trailer, several months back. Never really heard much about it. And then I saw another review from somebody. They said, hey, this is a sleeper. Don't sleep on this movie for 2023. It's worth seeing. So I watched it just a couple of days ago. And I'm going to tell you right now, the first hour and a half of it, probably all but the last 15 minutes of it, I was blown away. The cinematography in it is incredible. It's a dark movie. It happens at Halloween. The shots that they're doing in the video is just really awesomely done. If that makes sense, awesomely done. But I was really impressed with it. Probably 80% of the movie, up to 80% of the movie, I was like, this may be a top 10 movie ever for me for horror/thriller. The storyline has you guessing the whole time. You don't know what to think. You don't know if the boy is losing his mind or the parents are, what's real, what's not real. It really was intriguing. A great storyline. It's a slow, not too slow, but it starts out just, layering in it. And I really enjoyed it. I'm not going to give you the final, I'm not going to spoil anything as of this point, but I definitely think it's worth it. The last 15 minutes kind of goes a little bit downhill for me, but if it wasn't for that last 15 minutes to 20 minutes of it, it would be a top 10, maybe all time for me, horror film. Definitely worth watching, especially at Halloween with the pumpkins in it. And, Halloween is involved in this storyline too. So you definitely worth seeing this time of the year, and really creepy, scary to me. I mean, you just don't know what's real and what's not real in it. And, so I'm going to go ahead. All right, sorry there, I got stuck a little bit, and we had some video playing there. But hey, here's our overall score on this, and then we'll go into the spoiler section of this. In my opinion, this was a 7 to 7.5. A really good movie. The last 15 minutes of it kind of went a little bit sideways on me. Still creepy, still scary. And at one point, I was yelling at the TV, saying, talking back to it, saying, no, that's awesome. No, I can't believe that happened. So definitely check this movie out, Cobweb, and give us your thoughts on it. Did you like it? Do you not like it? The audience score again was a 71. I'm right there with them between a 7.5 on this. It could have been a top 10 for me all time, as I mentioned earlier. All right, so now the spoilers. red alert, spoilers. So this movie starts out incredible. There's a storyline in this between a little boy who starts hearing knocking on in his room. He hears it on the wall. He starts knocking on it, then it knocks back. His parents are coming in and out of the room and telling him that's just your imagination. And then, he's kind of a modest kid, kind of humble, little. They pick on him at school. He gets bullied. And then all of a sudden he starts hearing voices in the wall. And the voices keep multiplying, telling him different things to do. And the voices tell him to, hey, stand up for yourself, quit being bullied. And he pushes the kid down the stairs and the kid breaks his leg. And then it gets into where in the wall, it tells him that it's his sister, and he sees the eyeball look back at him in the wall. So you don't know really if this kid's going crazy, if it's all made up. The whole time, the parents are acting really creepy the whole time. Incredible job of acting by them. You're like, are they just really strange parents? I mean, they lock him in the basement, they chain him up in the basement, which is horrible anyway. And then it's a question of, is he protecting them from the person in the wall? Is the person in the wall real? Come to find out, they put some rat poison out to try to kill the rats. They say rats are in the wall, and that's why he's hearing these noises in the wall. Well, later on in the movie, it gets down to the point, and this is a big spoiler here, so cut it off if you don't want to hear this point of it. This is a big spoiler. They sit down to eat, and they're eating like a soup porridge type stuff. And all of a sudden the father goes, man, this is really good. It's a little different. What'd you put in it? Well, the rat poison smelled like cinnamon, and they smell the cinnamon. And then the parents, and this up to this point, I'm like, man, this is the greatest movie ever. It's awesome. It's a top 10 for me. He poisons his parents because he thinks they're trapping him and they're going to try to hurt him because the voices in the wall said that he was next. They was going to kill him. He was digging outside and found skulls out in the yard. I don't know if that was real or not. Maybe it was. They talk about a story about an 11-year-old girl trick-or-treating years ago, and she disappeared. You don't know where she went. Is she the girl in the backyard? You don't know. It's a lot of questioning on what's real, what's not real. He poisons his parents. They both die. They're spitting out blood. They're dying. And her mother on her deathbed says, don't let her out. Well, what does he do? He goes and gets the key. He lets this person out. And this person is his sister in real life, but she is deformed. And it kind of looks like something out of The Grudge or like a spider. And that's the whole name of the movie, Cobweb. She's been in the walls with the cobwebs and the spiders. And throughout the movie, you're seeing spiders throughout the movie. And she walks real creepy. So then she's trying to kill him. So then that's part of the movie. The teacher comes back, tries to help him out. And there was 4 kids. The kid that he broke their leg, him and his cousins come back and they're trying to hurt him. Well, then this spider looking sister creature kills them all off. And then at the very end of this movie, it's him versus his sister. And then the teacher comes back to try to help him out. So I'm going to leave it at that and let you see if you want to watch it or not. I'm not going to tell you the very end of it and what happened. I've gave you quite a few spoilers here, but I'm telling you, other than the CGI or if it's not CGI and it's practical, the look of his sister, he asked her at one point, why do you look this way? And she says, well, not everybody looks perfect like you. So it was kind of like once the sister was the parents took the sister and hid her in the house because they didn't want everybody to see her because she was kind of deformed and she looked really bad. But then when he came along, she just became jealous of him. And she tells him throughout the movie, whenever you thought things were going on in the house, it was really me. I was getting out anyway and walking around. So it's really creepy. You don't know what's real, what's not real. I definitely would check this out. Again, I give it a 7 to 7.5. The practical effects at the very end and this creature looking thing, it looks really scary at some points. Sometimes it looks a little fakey looking. That's the only reason it pulled the score down to me. If they would have stopped right there where the parents got poisoned and died, I would have probably said this was, it would have been only probably an hour and 15 minutes long, but I'd been like, this was really well done and a classic Halloween movie. It still may end up being a classic Halloween movie for me long-term though, but tell us what you guys think. Please like, subscribe to Real Dead. Thank you for watching this video and tell us what you think about Cobweb. Tell us your thoughts. Did you like it? Did you not? Did you think it stunk? I liked it. Thumbs up for me. Have a good one.